to Dodowa Highway, Accra, Ghana. RVE is a gated community with 24-hour security. 300 houses will be constructed at RVE, comprising of 3-bedroom, semi-detached and 3-bedroom detached houses. The plot sizes at RVE are generous. Mortgages and flexible payment options available to qualified applicants. Rush now and own a house in Ghana. For more information, contact Pastor Joe Kissinger Anochi on 0790-479-3019. You can also contact Reverend Francis Nunu on 0744-049-4271 and also on 0744-8054-930. You can also email him at fs.nunu@gmail.com. You can also visit us at www.royalvalleyestates.gh.com. RVE, a place you can call home.
Get ready for this. Get ready for this. Get ready for this.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
The IWFT team presents Footprints on Starr Radio UK with your host Oscar Bimpong every Thursday at 7 p.m. Starr Radio UK, your finest Afro-Caribbean station in London.
Hello listeners, my name is Ira Lucy. I invite you to join me on the Starr Personality Profile Show this and every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on Starr Radio UK, where I will be talking to experts in their different fields to find out why they do what they do and what makes them exceptional in their various careers. This show is Starr Personality Profile on Starr Radio UK. Remember, the time is 6 p.m. every Tuesday. Download the app from your app store or join me live on all our social media platforms.
Listen to Aunties Mary, Lottie and Regina on the Family Enrichment Programme on Starr Radio UK. This and every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m.
Some people are wicked because don't make it your business going about revealing
people's secrets. Don't be a busybody.
And some people. Today's typical family is under pressure from various directions. Divorce is on the increase. More and more of the Afro-Caribbean youth are taking to crime, etc. The Family Enrichment Program brings together a team of qualified experts to discuss and shed light on how we can make our families better and stronger. It is said the family can do without the society, but the society can't. Listen to the Family Enrichment Program this and every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Starr Radio UK, your favourite Afro-Caribbean radio station in London.
Download our app in iTunes and the Google Play Store.
What's the hidden truth or mysteries behind the supernatural? Do angels really exist today? Is healings and miracles real? Can I hear the voice of God? What's their inspirations and challenges in ministry? Can my eyes be open to see beyond the natural? Can I operate in the gifts of the Holy Spirit? Can my dreams contain messages from God? My Journey is your one-stop destination to the supernatural on Starr Radio UK. Join your host, Captain Tete, this and every Saturday from 4 p.m. on My Journey, your one-stop destination to the supernatural.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Footprints Radio Talk Show, and this is your regular host, Oscar Bimpong, always in the driving seat, taking you to your destination of success. It's been another wonderful Thursday. This is what we do every Thursday. That is bringing people who really understand their trade, who are experts in their field, who are knowledgeable, to really bring to you discussions that can help you to make informed decisions in pursuit of your vision or your purpose in life. Who is in the hot seat today? I have known this man over a year now. and I can tell you he's on fire. This man understands his trade, and he's here to inspire you. He's here to really bring knowledge. He's here to cause you to understand in pursuit of your dreams. And what topic are we going to discuss? We are going to talk about keys to fulfilling your dream in life. What are the keys that you need to fulfill your dream? Most of us are dreaming, but do you have the keys to make it happen? And who is this man that I'm talking about? He is the senior pastor of Faithway Global Ministries in Coventry. He is the CEO of Generational Youth Network. He is an author, educator, humanitarian, and leadership coach. He is in a person of Pastor Bernard Entry. Please welcome to the Footprints, and you are live on Starr Radio UK.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for welcoming me.
So you came all the way from Coventry?
Yes.
Wow. How was your journey?
It's been a great journey. Very wonderful one. Nice one. So thank you. It was quiet and calm.
You see, it's very amazing how some people can dedicate their time. You came to London purposely for this.
Purposely for this.
Yes, a lot of people cannot do that, isn't it? In terms of sacrifice. And your sacrifice is just impacting lives. And that impacting lives, for now, there is no return on your investment. But that's your passion, isn't it?
It's my passion. When you are passionate about something, you don't actually think of the money. You do it out of love.
I think we'll come to the money side. Why is it stopping a lot of people from really achieving their dreams? I think it's one of the biggest obstacles when it comes to people. Now, I always ask this question, everybody on my show. If somebody asks you in brief, who is Pastor Bernard Entry? What are you going to tell them?
Pastor Bernard Entry, or Bernard Entry, is a young man who is a head pastor of Faithway Global Ministries in Coventry. And he's married and devoted to his wife, just one wife, Nadia. I'm a leadership coach. I'm also an author and a public speaker. And I'm also a humanitarian and an educator. So that's what I do. And also, I'm also the CEO of Generational Youth Network in the UK.
Wow.
Which is a network or platform to inspire the youth. So this is what Bernard Usuefri stands for.
Wow.
Pastor Bernard Entry stand for.
All this long introduction, I only picked one thing. And that is I'm married to one wife. People probably might have an oversight of it, but it's a very deep message.
It's very deep.
Yes.
Very deep. You have to be married to one wife if you want to be successful.
I think if your wife is really listening, she's going to be very proud of this statement. And some ladies are really going to really be
angry
and envious. Of your wife.
Yes, very devoted.
Wow.
She's a wonderful lady, and without my wife, I don't think I'll be where I am. She's really impacted the ministry. She's a very supportive, very dynamic young lady who stood with me in all times, tough times, struggles, and she's been with me thick and thin. So I can say my greatest success, part of it, I can also attribute to my wife.
Wow.
Attribute to her. She's a great woman.
Wow.
And wherever she's watching me from, I love you.
Wow. That's really interesting. Not a lot of men can say that in the midst of people. So I think that's a big congratulations. Let's go straight to business. What is a dream?
A dream. Wow. I have seen many people. I've been to many conferences, many seminars, and you hear people, I have a big dream. And one of the things that frustrates me is you meet the same people in 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, and they are just the same people. They are. So the question is, what is a dream? I define dream as an image of your future, or image of what you want to become, aspire to be in future, planted into your spirit by the creator or the manufacturer, which I believe is God. So it is your destiny which has not yet come to pass. That is your dream.
So all of us have got dreams.
Everybody in life. And I have one quote I always say, that the poorest man on earth is not a man without a pen in his pocket, but a man without a dream.
A man without a vision.
A man without a vision in life.
Wow.
You can put a man with a vision in a pit, but because of his vision, he will rise up. But give a man 10 billion, but without a vision, the money will crash.
Wow. This
So-
is deep.
Thank you, sir. So the poorest man on earth is not a man without a penny, but a man without a dream or vision.
But people are going to ask you this question.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have a penny.
Okay.
That is why my vision is not materialized.
Okay. I will tell you a short story. 2 days ago, I was watching a man from America called Ramsey. I know you've heard about him. And what this man does, that he goes into businesses, restaurants, and when the company is collapsing, he just helps you to get back on your feet. So he went to see another guy who was the CEO of one Italian company in American restaurant, and the company was just drowning. They thought they can't make it. So this guy went and started talking to them, asking them, what do you think is the secret of your failure in the business? So the CEO said, I don't have money. I need money. There is no money now. I can't run the business. And the guy says something to him that he organized his people to bring secret camera. So he's been watching them how they operate for 6 months. And he made a quote. He says, you don't necessarily need money to change things, but you need a change of attitude.
Wow.
And the guy was shocked. He said, why attitude, not money? He said the company crashed simply because of the guy's attitude.
Wow.
How can a businessman, CEO, he is not talking to the sister who is the partner for 7 years, and they are running a company. So there is no effective communication. And this CEO is got a big anger issue. So the whole staff in the business don't like him. So they are failing to comply with his principles or his instructions. So all of them refuse. Whatever he says, we're not going to do it. So the greatest issue wasn't the money that he needed, but what caused the failure of the business was attitude.
Wow.
And once the guy changed his attitude, within 24 hours, he started things improving.
Wow.
So attitude is a key, and I'm a product of attitude. I started my business, I started also the church without a penny in my pocket. But attitude makes the difference.
Exactly.
So money does not necessarily solve issues, but attitude.
Yes.
Attitude. Character is one of the powerful components you need in life.
I remember I went to Ghana to do training for a hotel.
Wow, amazing.
So I moved from Accra to the hotel. I don't want to mention the hotel name. And I slept there for 3 days before the interview.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So when I went there, I didn't tell them, but I was watching everything. When I have breakfast, I watch everything. When I have lunch, I watch everything. So my prepared training program, I put it aside.
Wow.
And I developed training from what I saw. And when I came back a month time, the CEO called me and said, look, there was improvement.
Wow.
Because it wasn't what I have planned to go and teach them. But it is about what I have seen. So when I started the training, I told them that, look, I might be making some examples that probably you would think is you. But we are not here to judge anybody. We are here to improve. And the training was one of the best training programs I have done. And it's the same thing that you are talking about. So I think it is right. But you see, some people think their problems are too much to the extent that they want to solve the problem before they start that dream.
That is a big issue. See, you don't necessarily need money to start a dream. And the reason why I am on the hot seat today is to empower you. That money is not the ultimate key to success. Once you have discovered something in life, that once you have a vision, the world will give you what you want. How many people do we know? We can talk of athletes, footballers, sportsmen. They all started playing football when they had no money. Boxers. But somebody saw a talent in them. And I'll quote from one of the greatest philosophers in life, King Solomon. He said, Proverbs chapter 18 verse 16, he says, a man's gift will make room for him. So there is a gift that is in you, a dream that is in you. Once you discover the dream, and the dream, because the purpose of your gift or dream is to solve a problem.
Yes.
So once you discover a need or a problem within the community or nation where you are, people will pay for you.
Yes.
A lot of people are crying for money to start their dreams.
Yes.
Now, when you discover your dream, right people will come into your life because they will buy into the dream. Because the world we live in, they are looking for people with solution,
Yes.
not people with problems.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
once they discover that you are a solution to their problem, you become a demand.
Exactly. I think I put a post sometime on Facebook. I said, look, the problems you solve is what people buy.
It's what people
People
buy.
don't buy your complaining.
They don't buy.
Nobody has
No.
been complaining.
No.
So if you are complaining about one thing, or if you see a group of people complaining about a particular thing, find solution and sell it to them.
Yes. Yes, find solution. And I remember 2008 when I wrote my first book called Breaking the Chains of Shadow Beliefs. Actually, I had no penny in my pocket. That is why from the beginning I said the poorest man on earth is not a man without a penny in his pocket, but a man without a vision or dream. But funny enough, there was a guy who was my friend. The guy will come to my house, eat, play. We used to play PlayStation. But I didn't know this guy's mother was a publisher.
Wow.
Amazing, from Zimbabwe. So when I had finished the book, one day I met the woman on the street and I said, Mom, I've just thought of writing a book, publishing a book, but I don't know anyone. I don't even have money. She looked at me and said, are you serious? You're writing a book, young man? I said, yes, I'm writing a book.
Wow.
She said, okay, is the book finished? I said, no, but I know in 4 months the book will be done. The woman said to me, when the book is done, come and see me. To my shock, I went to see her with the draft or the script. When she got the book, she just looked at me and said, I'm going to publish for you. I called a friend. I said, I've just written a book. I need money. He says, are you sure you've written a book? I said, yes. He gave me £2,000.
Wow.
You see, when people see or the world discover a need in you,
Yes.
the right resources will follow.
Exactly.
But the biggest issue is that we want to pursue the resources
Yes.
before we take action. That is where the key is.
Today is going to be very interesting. They want to pursue the resources
Before
they take action.
before they
And
take
it never
action.
works that way.
It never works that way. You have to take action before the. You see, let me make a powerful statement here today. I will share this everywhere I go. That have you ever seen a mango tree or apple or any fruit going to call people? It doesn't happen that the mango tree is red or is matured for it's okay to be eaten, to be plucked from the tree and to be eaten. It doesn't work to get people. It is people who rather go to the tree to pluck
Pluck it.
the fruit.
Yes.
Because people have seen
Yes.
the
fruit.
good or the fruit. So when people see a need in you, they will pay everything to keep you.
I'm writing a book, The Power of the Seed, right?
The part of it.
And one of the things that I put in the book is that when a mango tree, for example, right, it has no fruit.
So you use a mango tree.
Yes.
Wow.
When,
Amazing.
when a mango tree has no fruit, right, it has got nothing on it.
It has got nothing on
Nothing
it.
on it. People walk past.
They walk past it.
Yes.
You know why?
Because there's no fruit.
No fruit, no value.
No value. So the fruit is the power of
It's the
attraction.
power.
Meaning that you need to have something to show before there is an attraction.
Before.
So I was telling somebody that you see Dragon's Den
Dragon's
on BBC,
Den, on the
right?
BBC,
BBC
yes.
too, right? I
Yes.
love it so much. Anybody that goes to Dragon's Den have done a level of work.
Yes. They've done a level of
Yes.
work.
They
Yes.
ask you how many sales have you done?
Yes.
You can, if it's 0, you are out of the door. Meaning that before somebody invests in you, you need to start with the small in your hands.
The small in your hands. That is the key. That is the key. You see, I went to see the council, Coventry City Council. And I told them I need help. I want to do this. They said, yes. Why should we invest in you? They asked me why. And I told them what I can do. They say, show us something you've done.
Yes.
You see, they didn't give me the resources
No.
before, but they want to see
Exactly
action.
what you've done.
But that is why we've already stated people want to get a resource. You don't get the resource whilst you have nothing to to prove.
Oh, yes.
Once I show them the things I have done, they say we are ready to support.
Yes.
So a lot of people have big dreams. And I've seen many people, thousands of people, business seminars. I've attended seminars upon seminars where you meet people, they will tell you the beautiful dream they have.
Yes.
And you see them next year,
Yes.
5 years.
They are still at the dream stage.
They are still at the dream stage. And a dream without goal is just a dream. Dreams without goals, they are just dreams.
Exactly. And a dream without action,
it's just a dead dream.
It's a dead dream. But you made the statement of gift, right? You say a man's gift will make room for him.
Will make room for him.
I was telling some people that, you see, the Bible did not talk about a man's degrees.
Yes.
It is a man's gift. It's good to have education, but your gift is an access control.
It's an access control
to bigger places.
It's true.
That is why we've got a lot of PhD people that are struggling. Why? Probably they are not even operating their PhD in their gift.
You know, that reminds me of a quote I wrote not long ago. I said the greatest thing that can happen to any man in life is to have clarity of purpose in life.
Yes. It has to be clear.
Clear. Degrees or education, as good as it is, education helps us to shape our destiny in many ways. But the greatest key to, we've seen many people with degrees, and yet they haven't achieved anything.
Yes.
So the question is, yes, education is good, but your gift has more power. You can do, I did a research that shocked me, that most of the people who have succeeded in life, multi-billionaires, are those who use their gift.
Yes. Exactly.
Talent.
Exactly.
Potential.
And do you know, the biggest form of education is when you are nurturing your gift.
When you are nurturing your gift, sir.
Because that one, you are not in a classroom, you are on the field. And the biggest form of learning is to have a practical experience.
Practical experience.
That is why you have an electrical engineer who is highly educated, but he hasn't have any field experience. But one who did what? How do we call it? Apprenticeship.
Apprenticeship.
Understands the market or understand the job more than the person who was in the classroom. So the biggest or the greatest way to really channel your life to success is to nurture that gift.
It's nature.
And that is the best form of knowledge.
And you know, a lot of people, Mr. Oscar, they don't want to go through. That is called the process. A lot of people don't want to go through the process. But I always say to people, if you want to have the ultimate end of your gift, or in other words, if you want your gift to be productive, it must go through a process. Everybody loves a finished product.
Yes.
Everybody in life.
Exactly.
Because why? Every product must go through a process, and the process has two things. You must pay the price.
Yes.
It goes through pain.
Yes.
Because there's a stretching.
Yes.
And many people want to avoid the process, but they want the result. But the process is more important than the result.
Exactly.
Because it is the process that determines the quality and the durability of your gift.
Yes.
So if you have a gift and you don't go through the process of nurturing the gift, there is more likely you can even miss the character process.
Yes. Yes, because you'll not be toughened.
You'll not be toughened.
You'll not understand the industry.
Sir, when you see gold in its natural form,
yes,
you won't like it.
Exactly.
Everyone listening to us, all our viewers, when you see gold, diamond in its form. I remember when I was young in our village, I saw how do we call we used to call galamsey. That's how we used to.
Yes.
And I happened to see that place, how they mine this gold and other things. You will never like it. But after the gold has gone through a process, it becomes the most expensive commodity or gift in the market.
Exactly.
And
it's the same with your gift and vision, isn't it?
Everything in life must go through. Many people want the prize, but they don't want the price to pay the price.
Yes. They want the prize, but they don't
want to pay the price.
Yes, for those that are not getting it, the first prize is with the Z, but the second one is the C.
The C.
Yes.
They want the prize, but they don't want to pay the price. A woman has to pay the price to bring the child out. I've interviewed many women, mothers, when they are going through childbearing, labor. And they said to me, Pastor, when we carry the children, because we carry a most powerful seed, we want to maintain that seed until its delivery. So some of them, even the food they love eating, they have to stop. The shoe they love wearing, the slippers, the long thing, they have to. They like to wear the tight jeans.
Yes.
But for them to preserve that baby, they have to pay the price.
Yes.
There are certain things they don't even want to do, but for the sake to bring that baby out, they have to pay the price.
Yes.
And the same thing with the dream. Every dream must go through a price.
Yes.
Until you pay the price, you can never see the delivery or the fullness of your dream in life. And a lot of people don't want to go through pain in life. So every dream requires you to go through a process. The process is very, very important. The process determines what you are made of. The process determines the altitude of your destiny. The process determines how long you last in life. And the process determines how valuable you become in life.
Wow.
So if you don't go through the process, you either become a diamond, a gold, or silver. So the process determines how expensive you are. So a lot of people have dreams.
Yeah, I also want to bring it from even a different angle, that the seed. The seed in its raw state, there is nothing good to write about.
Nothing good.
Nothing good.
It's not valuable.
But you see, the potential of the seed is within the seed. It's not
within
outside.
the seed.
But the outside, there is nothing to write about. But that seed, it doesn't look so glamorous. It can really hold potentially the biggest tree you can ever imagine.
You can ever imagine.
But you see, what people don't understand from the day you seed, the day you plant
the seed,
you sow to harvesting, it's hard work.
It's a hard work. You
That's
go through a process. It's a process.
When we are enjoying the food, we don't think about what the farmer went through.
And have you ever thought about when your wife is cooking, your wife bring you a nice prepared food, and you being a Ghanaian man, or Ashanti, possibly precisely, your fufu with your palm soup, with your other fish, and you see, you just enjoy with your head, turn on the other side, turning the fufu and the soup. But if your wife is to tell you the amount of time, the process that food, the fufu went through before it became that food you enjoy. Possibly you might tell your wife, "Oh, honey, if I know that this food will go through such time, or you go through such pain to cook this food," you tell your wife to stop.
Yes, exactly.
But for your wife to give you such a special, palatable, fantabulous food, it must go through a process.
Exactly.
It requires a process, sir.
Yes.
And one of the things I always ask people, ask me, why is it that I have a big dream, but it doesn't seem I'm going anywhere? I've seen a lot of people ask me this question everywhere I get interview. And I often say to people, the reason why you are where you are, because you haven't yet discovered your why. Many people with dreams, but they haven't yet taken an action, is because they haven't discovered their why, which is their purpose. You see, it is purpose that gives meaning to your running in life. Any running, anything you are doing in life, you see, what keeps you awake every night is because you've discovered a why. What keeps you going? Well, determination and persistency is the key that bridge the gap of failure and discontentment. Determination and persistency is the key that bridge the gap of failure and discontentment. You see, when you are not satisfied with the condition, you can never stay in that condition. You can't be in your comfort zone when you are aiming to achieve something higher. So most people have dreams, but they haven't started working on their dream because they haven't discovered the need to run with the dream or the vision. So they haven't yet discovered their purpose. Purpose is the ultimate goal for every man in life. The clergyman, the poorer man, the rich man, everyone is asking, why am I here on earth? And five of the powerful questions every man, I believe, every human being in life, if you want to pursue your dream, the first 5 questions you need to ask yourself. Number 1, who am I? Who am I? You must discover your true identity. If you don't know who you are, people will define you.
Yes. Yes. Meaning that you live on the purpose of other people.
You live on the purpose of other people.
Yes.
You'll be running other people's goal.
Yes.
So for you to first discover your dream and to run with the dream, you need to discover who you are.
Yeah.
5 most powerful questions each man in life need to answer. Number 1, discover who you are. Who am I? Number 2, you must also discover where am I from. My source of existence. I've spoken to many people and they tell me they came from some big bang thing. Others also believe they came from A. You see, your source of strength, your source of origin determines your source of strength. Can I repeat that again,
yes,
sir?
Your source of, yeah.
Your source of origin determines your source of strength. Right now, we are in this room. You can see light. The moment you turn off the plug, everywhere will be dark.
Yes.
That means our source of strength has been what? Disconnected.
Yes.
I was born in Ghana, but I believe my geographical location or my place of birth does not determine my future or destiny.
No.
So you must, number 2, discover where you come from.
Yes.
Number 1, who are you? Number 2, where am I from? And number 3, the most dangerous one, why am I here on earth? Why? When you discover your why, life becomes meaningful. When you discover your why, you have every reason to pursue the dream you are pursuing. Many people haven't yet discovered their why. That is why they can sleep all day. That is why they can be on Facebook all day.
Yes.
Social media all day. That is why they can pick up a phone and gossip all day.
Yes.
That is why they can just sit down all day, fold their arms, because they haven't yet discovered why they are in life. Because when you discover a purpose, life becomes meaningful.
Exactly.
So everyone who desire to achieve their dream, they must also find an answer to this question. Why am I here on earth? Very crucial question.
Yes.
Purpose is the motivation behind every successful man.
So how do you identify the why?
We will come there. We will come there. I will give the last 2, then we come there. Number 4, you must also discover or answer this question. What can I do? What can I contribute to this world? Number 1, we said a dream is your future that has not yet come to pass. Every man is created with a purpose, and your dream is to invest, to impact. So the question is, what are your potentials? What can you do? Touches your abilities, your intelligence, your skills, and your competence. So you must also have an answer. The 4th question is, what can I do? You can have a dream, but without knowing what you are born to do, that means you lack clarity of your dream. You must discover what you are born to do. Contribution to the world. The impact you are born to do. The question is, what will you be remembered for?
Yes.
If you are to die today, what will you be remembered for?
Yes.
What you did is what people remember you for.
Yeah, exactly. I always tell people, you have to have an identity.
Identity is crucial, sir.
I was telling somebody, if now somebody Googles your name, what comes out?
What comes?
If it is only Facebook and all those things that comes out, then you have a big problem.
You have a big issue.
Yes. When you Google the likes of Richard Branson, there is an identity. Simon Cowell, there is an identity. Pastor Bernard Entry, there is an identity. Ferdinand Lawson, there is an identity. What is your identity in life? When somebody mentions your name, I was telling people, when somebody mentions your name, what comes up?
What comes up? It's very important.
When somebody hears Oscar Bimpon, what comes up?
What comes up?
If nothing comes up, then it means that you don't have an identity.
You don't have an identity. And you know the most dangerous thing with identity, sir? When you don't have an identity, you become a handicap in life.
Oh, yes.
You become a handicap. Because you know what? You become rather a victim instead of a victor.
Oh, exactly. And you thrive on the identity of other people.
Others.
That is why some people are so much into celebrities that this celebrity is my idol. He's got a tattoo of the celebrity. Everything about his life is about the celebrity. But you yourself are also born to be a celebrity of your own.
Because we haven't yet discovered who we are.
Exactly.
You know why most of the youth today, they fall into a lot of issues? Because they are trying to fill other people's identity.
Exactly.
They are trying to be who they are not. I am Pastor Bernard. I know my calling is a teacher.
Yes.
Many people, when I started ministry, they used to tell me I'm a prophet. I said, no, I'm a teacher. When you don't know who you are, others will give you
an identity.
Their own identity. I know what I'm born to do. I can't sing, but I know I can speak.
Exactly.
You must discover who you are. And the last question, the 5 most powerful questions, the last one is, you must discover, where am I going?
Exactly.
Your destination,
Exactly.
your vision of life is very crucial. And I will quote again from a philosopher, King Solomon. He said, where there is no vision or revelation, people perish.
Yes.
For lack of vision, people what? Perish. When you don't have a vision, you can join the boat.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
When you don't have a vision, you can join any flight.
Oh, yes.
You don't care where the flight is going.
Exactly.
You run without a goal.
Exactly.
Vision is the source of strength. The word destination means destiny.
It's like driving without a map or navigation
Without a map.
system.
That's it.
It will take you anywhere.
Anywhere you want. So many people, they lack vision.
So that's why some people move. Somebody tells them, oh, this business is good. He goes into it.
They goes into
this
it.
goes into it. A lot of people call me. They say, Oscar, this business, join on all this. Before I was doing it, by now, I've reached that stage. I've realized that no, I know what I want. Until you get to that stage where you cannot be moved easily by people, that is where you start building foundation of your vision.
Amazing. I had a good friend of mine who called me recently. He said, Pastor, I need to talk to you. Very good brother. He's my senior brother in ministry. He said, Pastor, there is this course. I believe you are a pastor. If you do it, it's about nursing. If you do it, it's going to help you. So I took the advice. But when I came home, I sat down and I began to think of who am I? What's my purpose in life? I discovered that though he wants something good for me, but that is not what I am born to do. Because many people are in life, say, they are wasting time because they are following other people's vision in life.
I remember when I was about to do my master's, some people were advising me. I was also in an NHS. They were advising me to really go and do nursing. My spirit is not there.
It's not there.
I don't want to do things. It's good money. It's good money. Don't get it wrong. But I don't want to do things that for the rest of my life that I'm not happy about.
That you're not happy.
And this is pure sacrifice.
And so not to cut you, can I tell you something? Do you know how many people who go to work every day with pain and tears?
Too many.
They are doing things they are not happy.
Yes.
Because you know why? They don't want to pay the price.
No.
They are counting on the money. Right now, I'm with you here. I had to sacrifice.
Yes.
To come out from that job of paying £7.50.
Yes.
Just to pursue
your vision.
My vision. That means within the space of time, I'm going to be shortage of money.
Oh yes.
Because the amount of money coming into the household, it's not going to be the same. But because I know my why,
yes,
I am not bothered of the current circumstance.
No.
Because I know that I am working towards a bigger vision, which is called purpose.
Yes. Let me give you this typical example. I was speaking at a church where they were doing just their 1 year anniversary.
Oh, okay.
And I spoke about the power of the seed.
The power of the seed.
And I shared seeds to everybody in the congregation. And I told them 2 things are going to happen. Some of you, it was beans. Some of you like beans.
Okay.
So you are going to eat it.
Eat it.
But a few of you are going to sow it.
Are going to sow it. Wow.
Those that eat their seeds, it will reach a time your seeds will be finished.
It will be finished.
And you need more seeds.
You need more seeds.
Those that really sow their seeds, they have sacrificed today for a better tomorrow.
For a better tomorrow.
So when you need more seeds, by the time you need more seeds, they would have harvested their seeds. They have gone hungry for some time, harvested their seeds, and now what happens?
They begin to.
They have more seeds to sow, more seeds to sell, and even fruit to eat.
More harvest.
More harvest. Right? Now, yours is finished. What you do is that If you need more seeds, you
You
go
have
to
to
them.
go to them to borrow
Exactly. And they're going to give it to you at the price.
at the price.
Now, because every season they are multiplying their seeds, it will reach a time they cannot harvest.
They cannot harvest.
Now, they will employ you to come and harvest.
To come and
So
harvest.
they will tell you that when you will harvest 100 bags, I will give you one
I will
bag.
give you one bag.
That is a paycheck.
That's a paycheck.
That's a paycheck mindset.
It's a paycheck. Amazing. It's, many people have eaten their seeds.
Too many people.
A lot of people.
And your seed is your dream.
It's your dream.
Your seed is your vision. Your seed is your purpose. Until you invest,
You invest.
you'll never have the heaven.
You'll never have it. That is why I defined dream as the image of your future you aspire to become, which has not yet come to pass. So anytime, so your dream is a seed. So anytime you eat the seed, you eat your future.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you have to pay the price.
Exactly.
You see, I love the story of these two guys in the Bible. Permit me to bring Jacob and Esau. The Bible says Esau came from the forest. How can a hunter come from farm and he's hungry? Because the work of a hunter is to farm and bring meat. And he came to ask a guy who is in the house to rather give him. It doesn't make sense.
Yes.
So that means anytime he hunt, he will kill it.
Yes.
Because the work of a hunter is to kill and eat.
Yes.
So he did not preserve anything he was killing.
Yes.
So when he came, he told the brother, take it. Oh, what is identity? I don't need it. He didn't know he was selling his future. And later he had to pay for the price to get it back.
Exactly.
And most of us, we are at that point where we've eaten or sold our seed, our potential for just a small price. And now we have to buy back the price that we thought we can have.
Exactly. You
And
have to
now
buy back.
You have to buy back.
Yes.
You have to. And many people, they are paying much price to get the
Exactly.
price back.
Exactly.
And most of them, they can't afford.
No.
And when you
No.
cannot afford, you become frustrated.
Exactly. They say it's expensive.
It's expensive.
Yes. I wrote sometime, I said success is not sold at the £1 shop.
It's not sold at the £1
It
shop.
is sold at Harrods.
It's sold at Harrods.
It is those that sacrifice that can walk boldly to Harrods and say, I can buy. That is why whenever you go to £1 shop, the place is full.
And do you know something about sacrifice? Sacrifice is the price you pay for the security of tomorrow.
Yes.
Sacrifice is the price you pay for the security of tomorrow. So if you want to secure your tomorrow, you pay the price now. Until you pay the price, you will never secure your future. And you asked a very great question, that how do you discover your why? The why stands for your purpose. How do you discover your purpose in life? The power or the strength of every seed or fruit is in the seed.
Yes. Inner strength.
Inner strength. Many people, we're looking for approval of others. So because we don't look into ourselves, what the creator or the manufacturer has given to us, is it when you buy a car, they give you a manual.
Exactly.
When you buy a TV, they give you a manual. So before you discover your purpose in life, you must first be able to define what is purpose. Now, purpose is the original intent of the creator or the manufacturer. Is the original intent of what the creator. So if you want to know the mind of the manufacturer, you must go back to see what the manufacturer. If you want to know the mind of what car do you drive, sir? Nissan.
Yes.
Okay. If Nissan breaks down today, you can take to any garage for them to fix.
Yes.
But the best person who can fix your car is Nissan.
Yes.
Because they have the manual.
Exactly.
It's in them.
Exactly.
They created. So a lot of people don't ask their creator because they don't know their source of their creation. And number two, your source, your strength of your purpose is determined by your ability to serve other people.
Yes.
So one way to discover your why is to serve others.
Yes.
When you start serving others, you realize that there is a gift in you that you didn't know before. People will begin to speak to you. You good. You are good at this place. We didn't know you can do this.
Exactly.
You begin to develop that confidence.
Yes.
Because you did not even realize how powerful you were until you began to what? Serve others.
And that is the best motivation.
Yes. Because you know why? Greatness is determined by service. Greatness is not determined by material acquisition, or greatness is not determined by how much accumulation of wealth you have in life. But your greatness is determined by your level of service to mankind.
But you see, as you do the service, the wealth creation becomes a byproduct of your service.
It becomes a byproduct.
It becomes automatic. So you cannot provide that good service. You cannot be purposeful, and that byproduct of returns on your investment will not come. It will surely come. That is why people that are dedicated to their service over time, they succeed.
They succeed because they serve. You cannot serve and be outserved.
Yes.
It doesn't happen. You know, purpose is a powerful word. Very powerful word.
Very.
And I always say something that I'll quote by Dr. Miles Morrow. He's one of my favorite Rome mentors, and it was my prayer to meet him before he went back to his creator. You know, he says something that I love. He said, the greatest loss of life is not death, but a life without a purpose. The greatest loss of life is not death, but a life without a purpose.
I always ask people, what makes you, when you wake up, what is that thing that you want to do? Drives you, that thing. There have to be something about your life that you wake up. You can even have a job, but that thing is different. It's
different.
This is me. This is what I want to do.
You must discover a passion.
Exactly. There must be something that is really connected with your life. And I always tell people that, look, your DNA and your fingerprint are unique.
Everyone is unique.
So you want to tell me your talent is not unique?
It's unique.
That is why you can have 10 different jollof rice cooked by different women, and the taste is different.
Wow. Because everyone has his own uniqueness.
And they can even use the same ingredients, but the taste surely is different.
It's different.
Why?
Taste.
Because we are all talented. You can have the same industry of thousands of motivational speakers, but yours, there is something about it.
There is something.
There is something about your wife's jollof that is different from your wife's jollof.
It's amazing.
But it's the same ingredients.
Same ingredient.
Until we understand that. I was speaking to a young guy who wanted to break into the music industry. And he said the market is too choked. I said
the market is too choked.
It's never choked.
The market
your
has
uniqueness will make you stand out in the crowd.
It will make you stand out.
I was telling somebody that, look, there can be too many speakers, but the difference is realized when we hold the mic.
When you hold the mic. It's absolutely true, sir. You see, when you discover a gift, you don't even envy anyone. When you discover your true potential, you don't compete with others.
No. Because you know what you carry.
You know what
what you can do.
You see, and let's announce this to the viewers. Everyone watching and listening us, I want to first make this fact for you, that nobody is born by mistake.
No.
No. No one is born by accident. Everyone is born with a purpose in life. Disability is not inability.
No. The biggest disability also is not the person that is physically challenged, but the person who is disabled in the mind.
Disabled in the mind. And I love the quote I wrote in my second book. I said, the greatest battle of your life will not be fought in the war zone, neither at your workplace or neither in your house, but the greatest battle of your life will be fought in your mind.
You know, when we come to the second segment, we're going to talk about how the role your mindset plays in terms of fulfilling your dream or purpose. Because it's very critical to your success.
Very crucial.
Yes.
Your mindset plays a powerful key.
Yeah.
You see, it's better to train your mind than to go to gym to train your body.
No. In my book, Mindset Revolution, I talked about the mind gym.
The mind gym. It's better to gym your mind.
The mind gym is amazing.
It's amazing. Many people go to gym for 6 packs,
Yes.
but they never gym.
No, the
their
mind.
mind.
No. So people are physically strong,
Yes,
but in the mind they are
weak.
challenged.
They are challenged because they haven't yet worked on the mind, and your mind.
Look, let's leave the mind because I want us to really stretch the mindset, and it's amazing how time is even flying. But you see, you talked about. Let's conclude with this before we go for a commercial break.
That's
you
fine.
talked about the inner strength.
The inner strength, yes.
You know, what role does it play?
Your inner strength plays a bigger role because everything within you, everything you have, or let me put in quote, your outside is always determined by what is in you. When you see 2 boxers who are about to fight, you just watch what happens when they go in for the weight.
Yeah.
You see 2 of them, they will stand at each other's toe. Everyone is trying to show the other person. They sometimes use words like David and Goliath. You see, what is in you determines what is on the outside of you.
But you see, what example you just made, people don't really understand the psychological advantage of them standing by side by looking at their face.
Each other.
Some people within that time lose the battle.
They lose the battle in their mind. And once you lose the battle, you see, all great battles are lost before.
I want us to come to the mindset because it's going to be amazing.
I love this guy. Amazing.
Yes.
I love Alexander the Great.
Yes.
Alexander the Great. You see, that before I will say that there is, when you have, anytime there is an option, retreat is easy. Because why? The mindset. Alexander the Great was at the battle. And whilst they were fighting, one of his commander was running away from the battle. So he called one of his commanders to call the soldier who was running away. So he called the guy, and when they brought the guy to him, he said, "Why are you running away?" The guy said, "I'm afraid." And you know what? He asked him, "What is your name?" He said, "My name is Alexander." He said, "What? You carry the same name as me?" He says, "You have 2 things. You die here or you change your name. Because the name you carry is so big, you must walk in the footprint of the name." He says, he told the guy that you are defeated already because your mindset is weak. That is why the Spanish giant, when they got onto the sea to fight, you know what he said? He said, "Burn all the ship." The captain told them, "Burn all, because there is no return back. We either win or we die."
Yes.
So you fight, your ability to win battles in life is determined by your mindset. Your mindset.
Interesting. We will continue with the mindset and inner strength when we come back. But you know, when the conversation is very good, the time will really flies, and it's almost about 5 or 4 minutes to 8 o'clock.
Wow.
And you see how the time flies. Sometimes when
quick.
I bring people on the show, they say, "Wow, 2 hours."
2 hours.
But the 2 hours flies if it's a
So
good
quick.
conversation, you know, like this one. Yes, please don't change the dial. Please call a friend. Just share the page on our Facebook to tag somebody to listen to the second segment of the program, because it is going to be more powerful. I always tell you, every Thursday within 2 hours I read a book, because the discussion that we have and the things that I'm learning is more than sitting down to read one book. And this is what we are bringing to you. This is what Starr Radio is doing, bringing education at your doorstep. Some of this discussion, you need to go to seminars to really go and pay huge sums of money. We are bringing it to you, your doorstep. You have to take advantage. What you also do to help us is that tag somebody, share it, and let somebody listen to the second segment of the program. This is the Footprints Radio Talk Show, and I have with me here live Pastor Bernard Entry, and we will be coming back very soon.
Thank you, sir. A lot of people are watching.
What's listening for?
A lot of people are watching.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do you feel left out in your education or career but still want to do something about it? Then don't fret. If you are a resident in the UK, British or EU citizen, then there is hope for you. You are in the age bracket of 21 to 55. The UK government is offering grants, scholarships and financial support for first degree to masters in various courses. The government will pay all your fees and you can educate yourself in a peace of mind. From £21,000 per year for first degree, etc. Get in touch with GEM Educational Consultancy and we will guide you in applying for this facility. We are situated at 51 Albany Road, Hornchurch. The postcode is RM12 4AE. Telephone 079 0479 3019 or email us pastorjoeka@yahoo.com. Get financial support and acquire a degree. Are you looking for a job as a general nurse, theater nurse, ODPS, community nurse, healthcare assistant, mental health nurses, midwives, sterile services, domiciliary services? Then look no further. Bright Stars Plus Healthcare Agency have vacancies with good pay rates in London, Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire, Cambridge, South England, West Midlands, Sussex, and North of England. To apply, visit www.brightstarplus.com or you can call us on 073 890 64632. The number again, 073 890 64632 or email info@brightstarplus.com. Bright Star Plus, the best in recruitment agency.
Listen to Aunties Mary, Lottie and Regina on the Family Enrichment Programme on Starr Radio UK. This and every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m.
Some people are wicked because don't make it your business going about revealing
people's secrets. Don't be a busybody.
And some people. Today's typical family is under pressure from various directions. Divorce is on the increase. More and more of the Afro-Caribbean youth are taking to crime, etc. The Family Enrichment Program brings together a team of qualified experts to discuss and shed light on how we can make our families better and stronger. It is said the family can do without the society, but the society can't. Listen to the Family Enrichment Program this and every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Starr Radio UK, your favourite Afro-Caribbean radio station in London.
Download our app in iTunes and the Google Play Store.
The IWFT team presents Footprints on Starr Radio UK with your host Oscar Bimpong every Thursday at 7 p.m. Starr Radio UK, your finest Afro-Caribbean station in London.
Welcome to the Footprints Radio Talk Show, and this is your regular host Oscar Bimpong, always in the driving seat, taking you to your destination of success. Yes, I call it the second half of our educative football game. Yes, and I think I'm really blessed for the first half. People think I'm here just to really interview, but I'm here also to learn as well. And we are all here to learn. Let me tell you, knowledge is very powerful. They say if you think knowledge is not powerful, then try ignorance, because ignorance is what will make you understand that knowledge is good. And who Who do I have on a hot seat? This man is coming all the way from Coventry. I spoke to him some few weeks ago and he said, look, I will be here personally. He didn't want just to be sitting in his home and just be on video for us to know he came here. And this is what people are investing into this show. This is what people are investing on Star Radio UK platform. And we are the best radio station in the UK. Why? Because we are standing only on the side of education and nothing else. So if you haven't really aligned yourself to us, then it means that you are missing out big time. Enough of sometimes politics and entertainment. Sometimes you have to really go into deeper levels of knowledge, and people that are really what in their industry, they are doing well. So now he's in the hot seat. He's a man I've known for over a year, and his impact even on my life is amazing. And today we are talking about keys to fulfilling your dream. And he is the senior pastor for Faith Global Ministry in Coventry. He's the CEO of Generational Youth Network. He's an author, educator, humanitarian, and a leadership coach. He is in a person of Pastor Bernard Entry. Please welcome to the Footprints, and you are live on Star Radio UK.
Thank you once again, sir. It's been an honor and joy to be here. Thank you for having me on your platform.
Yes, I'm really enjoying this discussion, and I think you have to be back.
Okay.
You've already really guaranteed uncountable slots on this, because I think if we were in London, we should have even done a series, just to really educate people, empower people, let people to believe again that they can do it.
They can do
because a lot of people have lost the belief that they can make it. And this life is very tough, it's challenging, but when you have people like you, that's why I always say, who is your mentor? Person that will show you the way. And until you have that, these are some of the struggles you're going to have. So now, I think, let me read some few comments over here. I think I've got Prophet Fitzgerald Johnson. He said, a man's gift makes room for him. That's true. And I've got Kennedy Boachi Ansa from GTV. He's saying, watching you now, Oscar, keep up the good work. Thank you very much, sir. And Nana Sewa says, say it again. If you discover your talent, you don't envy someone. And Joanna Okujeto says, you will win or lose in your mind. And King Asante Yabua says, thanks, Oscar, for the invite. Please stay tuned with us. Share it so that somebody can also watch it, because this topic is really, really amazing. So, Pastor Bernard, straight back to business.
That's fine.
We were talking about inner strength and mindset, but I want us to concentrate on the inner strength. When we say inner strength, what do we mean, and what role does it play in terms of pursuing your purpose in life?
Thank you once again. Thank you for everyone listening to us. And when we talk about the inner strength, it actually touches your passions, your abilities, your potentials, and your character. Character is the foundation of all true success. With that character, it doesn't matter who you are going to fail in life. I have seen many great men who started very well in life, but when they refuse to deal or touch or recognize the power of their inner strength, they fail in life. And if you want to be successful, one thing in life is to discover your inner strength, and one of them is passion. Your inner strength is, what are you passionate about? What has the Creator or God placed within you that when you hear or you see, you can't sit down? There must be a fire that is burning inside you. Your inner strength also talks about your abilities, potentials. It talks about your determination. It talks about the skills you need to develop. It also touches about your knowledge. Most people are having dominant dreams in life because they have not yet acquired the right knowledge. You see, right now I'm here. When you see me personally, you just see a human being coming. But what is in me, by the virtue of my speaking or my actions, determine my inner strength.
Yes.
So for you to become valuable in life, you need to discover your inner strength. And the first one, as said already, is your talent.
Yes.
Number two, your character. Work on your character. I love the character part. In working on your character, you see, you are going to come across many people in life. It's very important. You will come across many different kinds of people in life who are going to help you to shape your character. You can never succeed in life without mentors. I have great mentors in life. I can name most. You're going to have two different kinds of mentors: distance mentors and designated mentors.
Yes.
When we talk of distance mentors are people who are going to impact your life, but they are not necessary with you.
Yes.
They are away.
Exactly.
And you will need them.
And sometimes you are not even connected.
You are not even connected.
Yes, but you are just taking a close eye on the things that they do that is impacting your life.
You watch them from distance, you learn their resources, you study on them, you read about them on Facebook, on YouTube, you read their materials. They impact you. They are all distance mentors.
Yes.
In dealing with your character, also God will bring people into your life, or destiny will bring people. Your gift will attract people, and these people who become your mentors, they are those ones are called designated mentors. Yes. They are people born to be with you, to mentor you, to shape you, to develop your inner strength. And these people, they can be very tough.
Yes.
I have so many great mentors, and I always say that to become a giant in life, you must stand on the shoulders of giants.
Exactly.
To become a giant,
yes,
you must stand on the shoulders of giants.
Iron sharpeneth iron.
Iron sharpeneth iron.
So for some people, they are iron, but what they are sharpening is wood.
Is wood. It does. You cannot be an iron and be connected to wood.
No.
You see, I'm where I am today because of the great people that God brought into my life. I am where I am because of the great men who I am standing on their shoulders. And I can name many great people I know. One of them is Pastor Richard Aqua, who when I was a young guy, I was connected to him, and he brought the seed in me. You know, Pastor Eric Daze, Daniel Japan, you know, Dexit Consultancy in Ghana, great man. You know, Pastor KK Chumbuaten, great man, who imparted my ministry. I have Apostle Bruce from London, Bible Life. I have lots of people. You know, I have distance mentors. I call some of these Dr. Mas Moreau,
yes,
Les Brown,
yes,
you know, Tony Robinson,
exactly,
TJ Fox.
Yes.
I have Ashimolowo, you
yes,
know, TD Jakes, all
Maxwell's.
these people, John Maxwell. You know, when I listen to these people, they just inspire me. They bring the fire in me.
Yes.
You know, so your inner strength is very important.
Yeah.
You must develop your inner strength. Apart from your developing your talent or gift, your potentials in you, you must develop your character.
No, so what happens that some people, their passion is not really ignited.
Yes.
What is wrong?
You know,
is it because they haven't identified their purpose?
Okay. Yes.
Or they have identified it, but along the way their passion dies? I just really don't get it.
What I often say to people is that a man with a true purpose, or a man who really discovers his purpose, his passion can never die.
Wow.
That is why from the beginning I stated that purpose is the motivation behind all achievements. When a man discovers his purpose, even death cannot stop him, because he has discovered his why, the reason. That is why, let me quote from the Bible. You know, there was a guy called David. I like this young guy. You know, 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 45. The Bible says there was a battle between the Philistines and the Israelites. And Saul and his men, they were terrified by the giant called Goliath, which is actually my fourth book coming out, David and Goliath, which is my book I've written coming out. And when he got there, the brothers told him to get back, because one, he's young, number two, unskilled, number three, untrained, number three, not unqualified to be a warrior, to be a fighter. But he made a big statement. He says, is there not a cause? He says, I have every reason to pursue or to fight this guy, because he discovered a reason. When you discover the purpose in life, nothing in life can kill that fire in you, because you discover the reason to live. The reason Mandela, all these great people, Frederick Douglass, you know, named Abraham Lincoln
Yeah.
was a man who failed almost 17 times.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln failed 17 times before becoming a president. But why is it that he still succeeded? Because he discovered the purpose. When you discover the purpose, you have every reason to run the race, even when people disqualify you.
Yes, exactly.
So many people, their passion is dead. The fire in them is dead because they haven't yet identified
their
the
purpose.
reason, their
Because
purpose.
I think when you identify it, you become restless.
You become restless. Nothing bothers you.
And you don't think about money.
Money,
You
nothing.
think about opportunities to really put
Impact.
that service, that purpose into play. But it means a lot of people haven't really
You see,
discovered it.
One word that describes purpose in life is called impact. One word that qualifies purpose is called impact. See, worth is not accumulation of material things, but impact. Anytime you discover your why you serving, the word that comes into your life is impact. When you have a reason to contribute, it comes under 5 of the most powerful questions. To impact somebody's life, money doesn't become an issue.
No.
Time doesn't become.
No.
Effort doesn't become an issue.
You are even happy
Sacrifice.
that you have been given the opportunity to make that impact.
Make that impact. So most people who have killed their passion, they allow the passion to die simply because they haven't yet discovered the reason of their living.
Wow.
They haven't yet discovered their purpose.
Wow.
My wife often asks me, and many people, they says to me, how do you get the time to do what you do? My wife knows she will go to bed early. I will join her. By 5 o'clock, I'm not with her. She will come and see me in the study room. Before she will sometime wake up, I've studied 3 hours already.
Wow.
She asked me, how do you get the strength to be a pastor, studying, working, family man, writing, leadership training, youth? Because you know why? I have discovered one word that describes me: impact. When I'm giving service, I'm impacting life.
Yes.
So when you discover the meaning to what you are doing, you discover strength within you.
Yes.
So a lot of people haven't yet discovered their why. When there's a book by Ken Costa, Knowing Your Why. It says the moment you know your why, why do you want to marry that woman?
No.
That woman. You know why? Can I chip in this?
Yes.
Do you know why many marriages have ended up in divorce? Because they got married, or the two people came together to get married, but the marriage ended in divorce because they never discovered their why. I've seen many men who divorced their wife just to marry another person because they were struggling to have children. So the premise of the marriage, or the purpose of the marriage, was based on children.
Yeah.
So they did not yet discover the purpose of that marriage. Because when you discover a purpose, nothing comes between you. Children will never be a hindrance to the marriage. So when you discover a purpose, nothing in life becomes a limitation.
Wow.
Nothing.
When
Actually,
you discover a purpose, nothing in life becomes a limitation. And you see, I think we have to even have some consultancy on people identifying their purpose.
Identifying their purpose.
This time we will charge them.
We have to. It's important.
Because you see, when you get to that stage of identifying your purpose, life becomes so easy.
It becomes so easy.
Now I don't think about anything. I think about waking up to make sure that I do what I have to do today. And I know definitely that the right time will come.
The right time will come. You see, when you discover a purpose, you don't even think of how long it will come together.
No.
Because it's a process.
Oh, yes.
And it needs, one of the
it's a jigsaw.
One of the big stories I love is called the Chinese bamboo.
Oh, yes.
The Chinese bamboo
yes.
is one of the most expensive commodity in China.
Yes.
But when a farmer puts the bamboo,
yes.
it takes years, even for before the 5 years. The 5 years.
It takes 5 years. Yes.
5 years.
Yes.
You will not see a sprout of the bamboo.
No.
But the farmer keep watering the bamboo.
Yes.
He keeps weeding the bamboo, clearing everything that
doing the standard things that a farmer needs to do.
Until 5 years, then the bamboo begins to shoot.
And within 5 weeks,
5 weeks,
it grows to be 80 feet or
80 feet and become the tallest bamboo or commodity. And you see, look at 5 years of patience. The farmer knew that this thing is meant for a purpose.
But you see, I was speaking somewhere and I was giving this example of Chinese bamboo. And I told them that the trick here is that when I give you a Chinese bamboo seed, and within 6 months, within 1 year, within 2 years, within 3 years, within 4 years, within 5 years, you come back to insult me.
Yes.
That I've given you a dead seed.
A dead seed. It's true.
There are a lot of people, they think their purpose is dead. Because they try bringing the passion out of it. But it wasn't sprouting out. It wasn't going off the ground. So they thought that their seed, their purpose was dead.
You know, many people kill the passion in them because they want instant results.
But you see, the farmer of the Chinese bamboo wakes up every day to do what the farmer is required to do in terms of sowing.
And do you know something? We are all farmers. Because a dream is a seed that is given to you. A dream is planted in you. It's a seed. So you are a farmer. You need to water the farm. You need to clear the garden. You need to do what is required for the seed to grow. So if you refused to do what a farmer is required, you will kill the seed.
Look, I said somewhere that what only you need to do is to keep sowing.
To keep sowing.
Because you don't have control over a lot of factors. You can control the temperature.
Yes.
You can control the humidity. You can weed. You can prune. You can put fertilizer. But one flood will destroy all that you have worked for.
It's very crucial. Very, very crucial. And I think what said this as well, I want to add something.
But you see, before you come in, let me conclude with this. You see, the farmer, after the flood has happened, the farm is a mess.
The farm is a mess.
He goes back and plant again. Why is it that when we face challenges in terms of our purpose, we give up? I've never seen anybody that says I've stopped being a farmer.
And can I add this quote to that? Challenges does not reveal a man. Challenges does not define a man. It only reveals the true character of the man.
Yes.
Challenges does not define a man. Challenges only reveal the character or attitude of the man. Challenges only come to reveal who you are.
It's like what we were talking today. If it's like somebody, he will not even be at the studio today.
No.
He'll give himself a break.
He'll give himself a break because of challenges.
Exactly.
But challenges does not determine or define who you are. They only come to reveal what you are made of.
Exactly.
And many people, they cannot stand the test of time. The reason why many people are also, they kill their dream is because, one, they haven't yet discovered the environment.
That's very crucial.
Environment is crucial.
Exactly.
Somebody asked me not long ago, he said, Pastor, why do you think Africa, we are so talented? It seems every gift in us dies in Africa. So he said, what is it, the nation, or why? What is wrong with our color? Is it our color, or is it because God doesn't like us, or is it because it's nature? This is a big question.
Very huge
and I'm believing God to write a book about what is wrong with Africa before I die. It's a book, I'm doing a big research about it. And one of the things I discovered is the environment.
Yes.
Environment consists of the people, the land, the seed itself, the land. The issue is not the seed.
No.
Remember?
No.
The issue is not the talent.
No.
The issue is not the gift.
Yes.
The same gift that was deposited in an African child, and the child was struggling in Africa. He came to Europe, and the seed
exploded.
It's exploded. Why? Because environment is a great factor.
Yes.
And I often say this, that when you take a lion and you take a fish, one of the most powerful creatures in life in the sea is fish. Fish can swim, but put a fish on the land.
Yes, it will not survive.
It will not survive. The fish will die.
Yes.
A lion is the king in the jungle. A lion isn't the biggest animal, but the most powerful one because of attitude.
Yes.
But put the lion in the sea,
it will die.
It will die straight away because why? Environment.
Exactly.
When you mingle with the wrong crowd, wrong association, you will kill your destiny.
I think I put one quote some time ago, and I said some people are eagles.
Eagles.
But they have mingled with chickens for years.
And
now they don't see their identity as eagles, but they see themselves as chicken.
And do you know what? Amazing. And let me give a call. You see, when your mind is conditioned to think as a chicken,
yes,
you will die as a chicken.
Yeah, because even,
you cannot think
even
as
when you see the eagle flying, yes, right? Because the chicken are accustomed to the ground and they don't see any essence, and probably when they are even laughing at the eagles, you as an eagle on the ground will be laughing at them as well.
Amazing. Environment is very powerful.
It's very powerful.
And one of the keys or characteristics of chickens, I can't do it. No. I'm not qualified.
No.
I don't come from a wealthy family.
No.
I'm not.
I can't fly.
I can't fly.
Yes.
I'm not educated. I don't have money. I don't have the right skills. That is the worst of chickens. Eagles are animals.
Yes.
That they don't feed on dead animals.
No.
Eagles always stay alive.
Yes.
There are people that says it's possible.
Yes.
Who says you can't? I am wise. I'm intelligent. I can do it.
Wow.
That is eagle. Eagles do not need the resources before they even start.
No.
Eagles are people that start. They prepare themselves before the opportunity presents itself.
You see, you need to identify who you are.
It's very important.
Who you are is critical.
It's critical.
I always tell people, there are some people, if you ask them, who are you? They say, I'm a banker. No, you are not a banker.
You're not a banker.
You are not a banker.
You're not a banker.
A banker is an identity of somebody else.
It's an identity of someone else. A lot of people, you see, one of the greatest issue is that people don't know who they are.
Yes. They don't know what they carry.
You know, years ago, I told my dad, I said, even if I am to live in Ghana, I will succeed. My dad said, why? I said, because I know who I am.
Exactly.
And I know what I carry.
Yes.
I told him, I said, if I live, you know, I like this word. It says, the Bible says, in all that I get wisdom and understanding.
Yes.
Information is very important in life. And I want to share these 3 principles of gaining knowledge. You need, number 1, knowledge. You need understanding, and you need wisdom. Knowledge is acquisition of information. And Frederick Douglass says something, that knowledge is the pathway from slavery to freedom. He says a man with knowledge is unfit to be a slave. To be uninformed is to be deformed.
Yes.
So when you don't have knowledge, and many people say their passion is dead because, you know why? They want to be businessmen. They've got the gift, the talent, the dream.
Yes.
They want to become a star. They want to become a pilot. But they haven't yet developed or acquired the right knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge is power in the realms of dominion. Every field you operate in every field, I mean the corporate world, in everywhere you want to be, knowledge is very crucial. Lack of knowledge, my people, what? Perish. But in getting knowledge is also very important to get understanding.
Oh, yes.
Now, what is understanding? Understanding is having the big picture into a situation. That is understanding.
Yes.
2 times 2 is what? 4.
Yes.
But what makes it 4?
Yes.
You have a bigger knowledge, bigger vision. You have bigger depth into the information.
Yes.
You can have an information, but without having understanding, the information becomes just dormant.
Yes.
And you need wisdom.
Exactly.
Wisdom is the principle to use information and understanding effectively.
Wow.
It's very crucial. Without wisdom, you can have information and understanding, but you never understand how to apply both of them.
Look, I've got so much comment here. Ketechie Pepra Sapon says, great work, Pastor Bernard. I've got B. Ibrahim. He says, Oscar, we need this man again and again. Great discussion. That's really powerful. And I've also got Pastor Yimano Shede. He says, can we have the man of God's number, please? I think we'll put it down over after the program. Then Kweku Sinti Mensa said, when you discover your purpose, nothing in life becomes difficult. Pastor A.O. Bernard, very wonderful show. Then I've got Augustine Edujemfi. He said, powerful statement, man of God. God bless you. And I've got Salomon Creighton, and she says powerful. I think we're getting a lot of comments, and I think that's what we are here for anyway. And if you have any questions, please, you can put it down on our Facebook Live. We will just find a way to really answer it. Pastor, I think we need to move forward. It's becoming interesting.
Thank you, sir.
I want us to go with mindset.
The mindset.
I think it's going to be probably one of our last discussion. What role does the mind play in terms of your dream?
The mindset is very powerful key. Very powerful. And before I talk about the mindset, let me make this big fat quote by Dr. Miles Morrow. He said, an army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep.
Come again.
An army of sheep.
Can somebody write the quote down on Facebook Live for me? It's a powerful quote.
An army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lion led by a sheep.
Wow.
So in other words,
this is very deep.
Let me repeat again. An army of sheep led by a lion,
yes,
will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep.
Wow.
In other words, you can have a powerful key, powerful tool in life, powerful resource, but if your mind is weak, you kill everything in your life.
Wow.
That is why you can have a most powerful president in life, but if the followers are not in tune
with the mind,
it doesn't matter the vision he carries.
Yes.
He will kill everything.
Wow. Interesting.
So your mindset is very powerful. And I like one thing. Let me quote from the Bible. Permit me from Luke chapter 15. There was a young guy called the prodigal son. The name was not given, but the Bible said the prodigal son. He took everything from his father and went. And the Bible says he wasted every resource.
Yes.
He wasted what? Let's take note of this word. He wasted all the resource. But when you read Luke chapter 15, verse 15 going, the Bible make a statement. It says, when he came into his senses. That is a powerful key. When he came into his what? Senses. He said, how much does my father have that I am struggling here? I will go back to my father. In other words, when he came back into his mind.
Yes.
Let me give a quote in paraphrase. Until your mind changes, nothing else will change your life.
Renewal of the mind.
You must renew your mind. You must reprogram your mind with all the negative things you place in your mind and put a positive words in your mind.
Exactly.
The guy needed a change of attitude through the mind.
Yes.
He said when he came back to his senses, when he had a change of what mindset, what made him to decide first? His mind.
Yes.
And what caused him to come back? His mind. And I often tell people that you can change your location.
Yes.
Number one, you can change your location.
You will still be poor.
You'll still be poor. Number two, you can change your clothes. Go to the best
clothing shop or boutique.
Boutique. Buy the expensive suit and put on. Marry the best and the most beautiful or the handsome man. If you don't change your mind, nothing else will change in your life. So the most powerful tool you have in life is not money, but your mind.
Yes. So it means that renewal of your mind should be consistent.
It's daily, every day.
I was telling people that you bath twice a day. Why?
Yes.
Because you want something, you want to look fresh. But do we bath our mind twice a day?
That's it. We don't. We don't. You know how many people will go to gym, say, work 12 hours.
Exactly.
But they never. How many women will sit in the mirror, pedicures and manicures?
Yes.
But how many men will also go to shop to buy expensive suit? But they don't understand why their life is the same. Because they are not working on your mind. When you don't have a mindset of transformation or transformed mind, you will still be in the same condition for years. Now look at the man who was at the pool. The man who was at the pool, 38 years. Jesus asked him one question. Do you want to be healed? You know what he said? He said, I've been here for, nobody is here to help me. The question was not that did you have helpers? Because Jesus is a wise man who knew that many people came there to help him. The mindset. In every business field, every corporate business, In every field of endeavor, your mindset is the key. And I always said that in the atmosphere of a sound mind, greatness gives birth.
I was speaking to a guy, and he said, I'm planning to go to Ghana. And
He's planning to go to Ghana.
And he wants to go and try. I said, if you have already defeated, better stay here.
He wants to go and try.
Yes.
He's already a failure.
You are already defeated. You cannot go and try.
No.
You have to go and tell yourself you are going to succeed.
I'm going to succeed. You see, belief, conviction. There is 2 words I want to share with our viewers. If you have a dream, you must also think of these 2 words, preference and conviction. Preference. What do I mean when I talk of preference? Preference is anything that can change in a certain circumstance.
Yes.
Preference is something that can change under pressure. But conviction is staying committed to doing what you have said you do. It doesn't matter when you are a man of conviction, nothing moves you, because a dream must be first be convicted that this is my purpose. This is what I am born to do. But if you don't have a conviction and you are moved by preference, when the heat or the storm of life come, you give up. So that is why this guy said to you, I'm going to try. That is preference. So if anything happens, he will trip and come back. But when you are convicted that this is what I am born to do, I am not willing to turn back until I have achieved this purpose, you will never come back.
Exactly.
So most people are running under preference, not conviction.
Not conviction. And you see, the mind is your foundation for success or failure.
Your mind is the foundation of success.
I always tell people that some people are already defeated before even the whistle blows.
Before they even enter into the battle.
I was speaking somewhere and I said, look, if you have won all the junior championship and your next step is that you are going to meet with Usain Bolt on the 100 meters
on the 100 meter run,
there are 2 things that's going to happen. It's either you say to yourself, this is my moment, or you say that you are going to be second to Usain Bolt.
Yes.
So some people, before the whistle blows, you see, the battle is won in the mind before the real whistle blows.
Sir, it's true. And do you know you can predict your future?
Why not?
You can know whether you fail or you win in life.
Yes.
And a typical example is when we're coming, you put your sat-nav, the location we're going.
Yes.
So you know that we are not going to get lost because you are following.
Exactly.
Life is a principle.
Yeah.
When you miss principle, you break life.
Yes.
When you work on principles, you succeed in life.
Yes.
So you can design your life or program your life to become a failure.
Yes.
Nobody in life is born to fail.
No.
But you can program your life to become a failure by your mindset.
Yes.
I was sharing with the church on last Sunday. And as I said to them, many people have programmed their mind to believe that white people are racist. So when they don't get that opportunity, that work, they apply for that job, they don't, when they go for interview, they are racist. Anybody they meet, they are racist. They are not even associating their life with different color or different people because they see everybody as what? Racist. And some of them are the people that are going to come into your life to be a destiny helper. So already you fail in your life because you've already disconnected your mind. You've conditioned your mind to think that white people are racist. But the moment you begin to think that color is not a limitation to success, color does not define who you are, you begin to see yourself that anybody that come into your life can be a blessing to you or impactful to you.
Yeah.
So it's very crucial, your mind. You must condition your mind to think as an eagle.
Wow.
Chickens cannot fly. They can only jump.
Yes.
But eagles can fly.
Yes.
And if you don't condition, and why do people have weak mind? Number one, the environment or the family.
The people
surrounding you. Let me make this powerful statement to somebody listening to us. You are going to be the person you desire to be in 5 years by 2 things: the books you read and the people you surround yourself with. In 5 years, the person you are going to be is determined by just 2 things:
Yes.
the books you read and the people you surround yourself with. Some people say, I don't care. is my friend. I've chosen. Yes, friendship is by choice.
Yes.
But birds of the same feathers
Yes.
flock together.
Yes.
You are going to be successful, and the people that you connect or associate yourself with determine the kind of person you are going to be in life.
You see, Pastor Bernard, there is. I always talk something about the magnet.
The magnet.
Yes.
Yes.
There can be so many things surrounding the magnet.
Yes.
But the magnet knows what it wants.
Yes.
It
knows
will
exactly
only
what it
attract
wants.
the nail.
It attracts the
It
nail.
will only attract the needle. Right? The magnets understand who it is, how powerful it is. So a wood can be lying by the magnet, but it wouldn't mind it. But within the distance, it will attract the nail.
It will attract the nail.
Meaning that the magnet knows its identity. So when you know your purpose, there are certain people that will gravitate to you.
Gravitate to you.
So when good people are not gravitating to you, it means that there is a problem.
There is a big problem. A lot of problems. Big problem. Because when people come, the mindset is a powerful key, and sometimes we don't realize. That is why my first book I wrote, Breaking the Chains of Shadow Beliefs, the things that hold you back in life. And when people don't know who they are, you know what, they go through what is called low self-esteem or inferiority complex. People who know who they are confident. They stand out. Confidence gives them boldness and the courage to face the storms of life. People who are confident, they are risk takers. But when you don't know who you are and you have a weak mindset, you know what? You always have that voice.
Yes.
I can't. I'm not able. I come from a poor family. I am black. I am short. I am fat. I am skinny. They always look
as an excuse.
Give excuse. People who have confidence or people who discovered purpose, they don't give excuse.
No.
I was at Coventry University and I spoke on the topic Young Scholars Conference. And I asked every student to define what is the difference between an excuse and a reason. And that day, they were shocked. Most people have been given an excuses and they think it was a reason.
Wow.
What is a reason? A reason is anything you could have avoided.
Yes.
But you chose not to. That is an excuse. Excuse is something, a statement or something or an event you have every strength or every choice to avoid, but you chose to. A reason is a legitimate cause of action without prevention. If someone dies right now, you can't do it. If you lose your loved one, you can't do nothing. If you are sick, you are sick. And I remember years ago, I went to work late and my manager called me and he said, "Why were you late?" No, on the way to work, there was a traffic. And I called my manager that we're going to be late for an hour. So we got to work and the manager said, "That's fine. We heard on the radio that there was an accident. There was a road work. So don't worry, that's fine." See what the manager did. The first day he told me, "That's fine." Second day, I was late again. I rang my manager and said, "Sir, I'm going to be late." And you know what? When I got to work, he called me to the office. He said to me, "I expect you to be better, to know better, because you teach on leadership." And I said, that was years ago. And that taught me a big lesson between excuse and a reason. He says to me, "But you are giving an excuse, a reason, but it's not a reason, it's an excuse."
Yes.
So I kept quiet and I knew, so I kept quiet. And when I came out of the office, I was so ashamed. Because you know why? Yes. Because I knew that yesterday there was traffic.
Exactly.
So I should have left home early.
You see, people will always quote you with what you do.
Thank you.
You see, one of my hashtags is that it is always possible if only you believe. And I remember I was speaking to somebody and I'm like, sometimes things are a bit tough. And he quoted me back. It is always possible.
It's always possible.
If only you believe.
If only you believe. It's always possible.
And, you see, we are human, but sometimes you see people really take the things you do seriously. You are motivating them. So any iota of disbelief, it means that you are rather bringing them down.
You are bringing them down. But as I said, if people can have the patience to wait, to nurture their gift, their dreams, their vision, their talent, You see, I learned something about plane. I was talking to a pilot, and I had one of the most wonderful conversations. But there is something significant about planes. When the pilot is about to take off, he does something. He wait, fire the engine, and he keeps waiting. Few minutes, the plane is still, you hear it sound, boom, the plane is still on fire. But when the plane begins to what? Takes off, it gathers what? Momentum. In your time of waiting, you are gathering what? Strength. You are learning new things. You are discovering new people. You are nurturing your talent that in a due season, it manifests. So a lot of people don't have the patience to wait to go through the process. So our mindset is a very, very a lot of people.
It's very critical to our success.
People who haven't yet discovered their purpose, they will give you many excuses like Moses.
Exactly.
Moses was a professor, an expert in giving excuses. God said, you are going to be a great leader to liberate the people of Israel. He said, I can't. I'm a stamina. I'm not educated. Can't you see, God? I'm a murderer. I killed somebody. Many people use their past to define their future.
No.
If you want to succeed and to fulfill your destiny, let go.
You see, the driving mirror of the car is put in front of you.
Thank you.
Because your eyes is not put at your back.
It's not put at your
back. You see, and the focus of you is to look ahead. The only time you look back is when there is an incident at your back. And even that, you flash your eyes and you move forward. Meaning that you cannot dwell on your past to have a better future.
Amazing. You must let it go. Even Paul made one of the greatest educators in the Bible was Paul. He said, not that I have apprehended, but I forsake all those things living behind me. In life, one of the greatest illusion in life is to think you have arrived. One of the most greatest illusion to life is to think you have arrived. And number two, one of the greatest ignorance is to still hold on to your yesterday. Successful people learn to go forward.
Yes.
They fail forward and they succeed forward.
Exactly.
Failures or people who don't succeed, they always hold on to their past. They blame other people. They don't take responsibility for their actions. Yesterday, I was speaking to one of the guys, a brother. He's a brother to me. He's a mentee. I mentor him. He's everything. I was speaking to him in America, whose name is Michael Baffo, a great guy, Obi. He said something, Pastor. I was talking to him about why the Israelites couldn't enter the promised land. Even though they saw the future, they saw their destiny. He made a powerful quote. He said because they were not prepared for the future.
No.
One of the things he said is that they couldn't go because they were not prepared what?
For the future.
And you know, what does this man mean when he said the Israelites were not prepared for the future? A lot of people are in life with powerful dreams and vision. But you know what? They still carry slavery mentality.
Yes.
Remember, the Israelites have been in captivity or slavery for 400 years. So God was taking them to a land to become owners. Not slave again, but to become owners of their own business. So there was going to be a shift, mindset shift. A shift of what? Mindset. From being a follower to a leader. And they were not ready to hold that position. So most people in life, their mindset, they still have this slavery mindset.
You see, I always tell people that what you feed your mind with is very critical.
It is very crucial.
You see, if you feed your mind with negative thoughts, if you surround people
with negative mind,
with negative
attitude,
yes. You see, there are two thoughts in your mind, yeah. But one of them becomes the master.
The master.
They don't. There's no shared ownership in the mind.
No.
There's only one that leads, the one that leads is the one you feed it more.
That's it.
So if you feed your mind with negative thoughts or negative thinking, you cannot have a positive life.
No, and you become what you are accustomed to.
Exactly.
You become what you feed.
Exactly.
You see, everything what I am today is a result of the food I eat.
You see, you cannot sow tomato seeds and expect pepper fruit.
No, it doesn't work.
So if you continue feed your mind, you see, it's like the computer. Whatever I save, whenever I need it, it gives me back.
It gives you back.
The file never changes.
It never changes. It never.
And in the ship, there are only two captains. If there are two captains, only one
guys.
One needs to back down.
Of the course.
Right? So in the mind, what you feed your mind with is who you become.
It's who you become. It's very crucial.
If you feed food, if you feed junk food, don't expect to be healthy. It's as simple as that. So many people, consciously or unconsciously, they have got accustomed to negativity. There are certain people, if you associate with them, every time you tell them you want to start this business, they will tell you it's not possible. Those people have got 1,000 reasons why every business can never be successful. But one reason is not, they cannot find it.
They cannot find it. Is it? I always say to people that negative words travel faster than positive words.
Oh yes.
Negative words travel faster. Right now, what Mr. Oscar is doing, a lot of people might not even have heard. But let it be said, Mr. Oscar did something wrong.
Oh yes.
The whole world
within
2 seconds.
Yes.
Oh, have you heard what Pastor Bernard did?
Yes.
But they don't possibly hear the good things you are doing. When you feed your mind with, and one of the most powerful things I've discovered with the mind, according to science, that your mind is connected to your heart. And whatever you feed your mind also determines how your bones react. So if you feed your mind with negative words, your bones becomes weak.
Yes.
That is how it can even affect your health in life. When we talk of the mindset, we are talking about an attitude. An attitude is a product of belief. Attitude is a belief system. It's a belief system. So when you have a belief system, that is why, let's take our brothers Muslims. Some of them believe when you killed, you go to Al-Jannah, heaven. So they don't mind putting bomb. It's a belief system.
Yes.
Belief system has the power to control everything you do in life. Belief system talks about your conduct, how you behave, what you say. It talks about your creed, what you believe. It talks about the things you are accustomed to become in life. It's a cultural thing. Belief system is very powerful. And when you are believed to think you are not born to succeed, there are
so be it.
You will not
so
succeed.
be it.
You will not succeed in life.
Whatever you believe you cannot do.
There are people conditioned to think that success is far beyond their limit.
Yes.
It's a belief system.
Yeah.
It's a belief system.
Wow.
It's a belief system. And until you learn to deal with every negative belief system you have, it doesn't matter the family you are born into. If you work on your mind and believe that success is possible, you accomplish every vision you have in life.
Wow.
It's possible.
Wow. Why?
Everything is possible.
Everything is possible. We really have a very good discussion.
Thank you, sir.
And I've really enjoyed it. And the way people are saying you have to come back, I think now you have to tell the Virgin Trains or whatever that they have to give you a discount because you'll be coming to London often on the Thursday. Yes. It's been a very wonderful discussion. You've written a lot of books.
Yes.
Where are some of the books and how can people really how can people really where can they get some to buy? I think these are some of his books. Destined to Achieve. Yes. Pastor, where can they get some to buy?
Yes, the books, you can get some of the books to buy.
Walking in Divine Authority, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Walking in Divine Authority. Yeah. And Breaking the Chains of Shadow Beliefs. I think this book is going to be powerful.
Thank you, sir.
Breaking the Chains of
Shadow
Beliefs. Yes. So where can people get some to buy?
Yeah, the books are on Amazon.
Wow.
You can also contact me personally, and you can also contact Mr. Oscar. And there are many people, bookshops in London, Coventry, everywhere.
Yeah.
So once you contact us, we'll direct you to the nearest shop in London.
Yeah.
Or even if you live in Italy, Ghana, everywhere. Once you call our number, we'll give you the right contact to get the books from.
I think you have to really put your number under the Facebook Live, so that people can really see. I think we can do that after the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Pastor, your last word.
Okay.
Your last word. What's your last word to our viewers and listeners?
My last word to my viewers and listeners is that success is possible. Success is possible. And I want to quote one of my biggest quote I love, and from Dr. John Maxwell. He said, the greatest gap between successful and unsuccessful people is the thinking gap.
Wow. Wow.
The greatest and the biggest gap between successful people and unsuccessful people is the thinking gap. Because every man is created in life to succeed. If you see a bird which cannot automatically fly, that means there is a dysfunction of its feathers somewhere. So anybody who cannot fly, that means there is something wrong somewhere. Because by nature, man is created by God or by its creator to succeed. So I want to tell all my viewers, don't look at your color, don't look at your degree, don't look at your status with the family you come from, because I'm a product of belief. Once you believe and begins to take action and to work towards that purpose, nature will open for you. God will align your vision with the right people. So pursue your purpose and live to leave a legacy that when you are gone, people will remember you.
Very powerful statement.
Thank you, sir.
And thanks very much.
Thank you.
The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is the thinking gap.
The thinking gap.
This should be your word for today, your quote for the whole month, because it's a very powerful statement. Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you, sir.
All the way from Coventry to Grace, today's Footprints Radio Talk Show. I think very soon we will get another date for you to come.
Thank you,
so
sir.
that we will have further discussion. This is the Footprints Radio Talk Show. If you are watching us for the first time, don't miss it next Thursday. It's going to be amazing and powerful. Yes, it's going to be amazing and powerful. Next Thursday we are here, same time, 7 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. Ghana. We will be here to have another powerful discussion. And I have got Robert Gerald who says, nice message, Pastor. You've said it all. I'm proud. So what do I say? Just keep believing. Just keep pushing. It doesn't look possible now, but the more you push, the more you move, you push the walls, the more you move forward, the better it becomes. The more you get connected to people, the more breakthrough happens. Footprints is out, but our next program coming is the Property Hour with Bossman and Nee. It's coming on 9 p.m. We have stood on the side of education. And if you want to make it in life, property is one of the areas you have to look at. And that is what we are doing. So, you would like to say hello to anybody that was watching you or something like that?
No, I want to thank everyone who watched us today. And thank you for listening and watching us. And we hope you come back. I've enjoyed my time with you. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend. And this is the Footprints Radio Talk Show. We're program host Oscar Bimpon. We are out, but we'll be coming back next week. Stay tuned for a Property Hour. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The IWFT team presents Footprints on Starr Radio.
Oprah, that's once in a while. Bill Gates, that's once in a while. Most people are intergenerational wealth. That means what? That if black people want to catch up, we have to start saving wealth and passing it to the next generation. Our biggest problem ain't that we're splurging, is that every time we splurge, we're stealing from our descendants. You're giving them no inheritance to get started with. But the white child, they're starting out $100,000 plus, $1 million plus. And I think we have to become more strategic in the way that we do our health plans as well as our life insurance plans. Because what I'm learning with a lot of these white folk, a lot of them are getting their first, what you want to call a shock of wealth through the life insurance policy of their parents.
We talk about that too.
Yeah,
so life insurance policy.
Yeah. So there's so many different strategies towards wealth that we're not even thinking about because black people, our selfishness, it's also based on our, what you want to call it, emergency consciousness, survival instinct. We're only worrying about our life. We do not think about those who come after us. Now, you got to realize now, when we got out of slavery, white folks been already building wealth for a couple centuries. We started behind the 8 ball. Okay? So you got to play catch up. How do you catch up with somebody who's 100 yards in front of you? You have to run faster than they are. That means we have to sacrifice our spending habits more than everyone else in order to catch up. How does a people who are at the bottom waste money more than people who are at the top? So not only are you not catching up, you're not even thinking about it. Trying to catch up.
This is good, and we got 1,000 questions, and we know you got a flight. We appreciate the time.
Thank you. No problem.
One fat, meat, juicy point. What would it be before you go?
I would say that we have to build our own schools. Everything we're talking about, the only way it becomes normalized, the only way it becomes a part of the collective black consciousness is if the children are raised with it as a group. Remember, all progress is group work. It's teamwork. That means we need all the children in Jackson to be taught the principles of financial empowerment. All the children of Jackson to be taught how to eat healthy. All the children of Jackson to understand what black family means and why it's so important. Until then, it's just a specialty. As we spoke earlier, diet being a specialty, wealth is a specialty. Think about it. If you're black and you're in the know about money, in the laws of finance, you are a specialty. You are an eccentricity. You are an oddity. That's a problem. Because for white people, gaining wealth is a regular part of their everyday conversation. Even poor white people are regularly talking about wealth. Black people don't discuss wealth at all. We have to move it from the marginalized status it has and make it a mainstream topic of conversation.
Is there an answer? I know you can't just drop a 2-second answer.
No. Here's what I would say with the unity. Again, unity has to be incorporated into the collective consciousness, which means children have to be socialized to unite with one another. Remember, our kids are socialized to disunite. As a principal, right? I've had first graders, 6 and 7, talking about how black your skin is, how cheap your clothes is, how nappy your hair. You're 6. You just your first year in school. How do you know all this? The parents. We are teaching our kids to be Negroes. So the only way you're going to undo that is to teach them to be Africans, which is why I want my school to be residential. Because I know sending them back to the same house that created the illness after school is going to undo everything I do from 8 to 3. You got the kids for 16 hours. I got them for 8. I can't win because the brain is the creature of repetition. Whoever gets to this the most will rule it. What did Adolf Hitler say? Come up with a lie, keep on telling the lie, be consistent with it. It ain't got to be the truth. But the brain cannot resist the temptation to believe something that is regularly presented before it. Repetition wins. We give our kids to white folks for the first 18 years of their life, then we want to remake them into Africans for the rest of their life. That's ridiculous. The formidable years of conditioning is birth to 12. The formidable years of conditioning is birth to 12. We give that to white people. And then when they turn 21, they already have habituated. They already have a personality. They already got hard habits. And now we want to re-Africanize them. Who does that? What people have ever gotten free, giving the best years of their children to their oppressor, the manipulator? We're not even thinking about, because black people, our selfishness, it's also based on our, what you want to call it, emergency consciousness, survival instinct. We're only worrying about our life. We do not think about those who come after us. Now, you got to realize now, when we got out of slavery, white folks been already building wealth. That means we have to sacrifice our spending habits more than everyone else in order to catch up. How does a people who are at the bottom waste money more than people who are at the top? So not only are you not catching up, you're not even thinking about it. Trying to catch up.
This is good, and we got 1,000 questions, and we know you got a flight. We appreciate the time.
Thank you. No problem.
One fat, meat, juicy point. What would it be before you go?
I would say that we have to build our own schools. Everything we're talking about, the only way it becomes normalized, the only way it becomes a part of the collective black consciousness is if the children are raised with it as a group. Remember, all progress is group work. It's teamwork. That means we need all the children in Jackson to be taught the principles of financial empowerment. All the children of Jackson to be taught how to eat healthy. All the children of Jackson to understand what black family means and why it's so important. Until then, it's just a specialty. As we spoke earlier, diet being a specialty, wealth is a specialty. Think about it. If you're black and you're in the know about money, in the laws of finance, you are a specialty. You are an eccentricity. You are an oddity. That's a problem. Because for white people, gaining wealth is a regular part of their everyday conversation.
Right.
Even poor white people are regularly talking about wealth. Black people don't discuss wealth at all. We have to move it from the marginalized status it has and make it a mainstream topic of conversation.
Is there an answer? I know you can't just drop a 2-second answer.
No. Here's what I would say with the unity. Again, unity has to be incorporated into the collective consciousness, which means children have to be socialized to unite with one another. Remember, our kids are socialized to disunite. As a principal, right? I've had first graders, 6 and 7, talking about how black your skin is, how cheap your clothes is, how nappy your hair. You're 6.
Yeah.
This your first year in school. How do you know all this?
Yeah.
The parents. We are teaching our kids to be Negroes. So the only way you're going to undo that is to teach them to be Africans, which is why I want my school to be residential. Because I know sending them back to the same house that created the illness after school is going to undo everything I do from 8 to 3. You got the kids for 16 hours. I got them for 8. I can't win. Because the brain is the creature of repetition. Whoever gets to this the most will rule it. What did Adolf Hitler say? Come up with a lie, keep on telling the lie, be consistent with it. It ain't got to be the truth. But the brain cannot resist the temptation to believe something that is regularly presented before it. Repetition wins. We give our kids to white folks for the first 18 years of their life, then we want to remake them into Africans for the rest of their life. That's ridiculous. The formidable years of conditioning is birth to 12. The formidable years of conditioning is birth to 12. We give that to white people. And then when they turn 21, they already have habituated. They already have a personality. They already got hard habits. And now we want to re-Africanize them. Who does that? What people have ever gotten free, giving the best years of their children to their oppressor, the manipulator?
Let's go. Oh, na na, yeah. Me say I do me a strum, yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Better pass anybody. They say what she
Thanks for listening.